Hi there, everyone. It's
Hi.
so good to see you guys. And Sue Toffee. Hey, I didn't tell you, Lalit. Sue Toffee got her sweet little place to live with her kitties. And I'm so happy. We've
That's
all been
wonderful.
praying for you.
That's
And
wonderful.
and Sue is the first one here. So get a she gets the cookie and she has a cat named Cookie. Cynthia, very
Hi,
nice to
Cynthia.
see you, CJ. And then Maria has perfect health is here. Mary Thornberry, yes, there is a global, let's see, Shine Your Light global event that's going on. So we might be having people lurking or dipping in and out tonight because there's a big event. SR, hello. Good to have you. Oh, my color. Yes, I'm in my pink mode.
Oh, it's beautiful. And I love the way those planets look behind you, too. It all blends really beautiful
I'm
together.
in space today. Gina, oh, very good to see you, sweetheart. So I know it's been 1 week that we've missed each other, Lalit. Hi, Sherry. But it feels like forever, doesn't it?
Or,
Well, does
or, or like we're right back together where we were. We're
yeah,
just picking it up from where we were. It's like, in a
yeah.
way, I felt really like it was forever while we weren't doing it, but now I feel we're right back in the groove.
Back home, back home. So oh, she says Mary, who went out for the event, and she came back and she says, "I'm here, can't miss the show.
Oh,
Love the
thank you,
weekly,
Mary.
love the
Thank you.
weekly." Um, yeah, she says she missed it very much last week. So Liz in awe is here as well. Oh, it's good to see you. So I did get my oh, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Hello, dear. It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. And I did have struggles with my software. It wasn't my hardware, it was the software on two I don't know, whatever. And so I had to reconstruct everything. Gloria, good to see you. Thank you. And you're listening. Good. Well, we'll explain what we're looking at because you're just listening. You can't see us. But I do have it fixed. So I'm very happy about that. And you, Lalit, how are you?
I am so happy to have Pluto out of Capricorn and I am jumping for joy. I hope you all are too. Man, all the windows have started to open and the light is coming in, things are moving, and it's been. I'd like everybody to just think back for just a moment, not too long, to 2008 when it entered Capricorn. What happened? Oh, the real estate crisis. Capricorn governs like real estate, properties, structures, mortgages. Oh my God. In 2008, my son was working for a mortgage broker who had been a neighbor of ours, and he found me a wonderful way to refinance my home in Fallbrook and buy a house in Henderson where I could have a second home. Guess how that ended?
Yeah.
I lost everything. So I've been digging my way out. You didn't know that. Been clawing my way out till today. I finally feel in the past couple of days things have started moving. Different little money that was due arrived, and things are moving in the right direction. And I feel so happy. And it's wonderful. So we're going to talk about Pluto being gone from a Capricorn and where it's heading for all of us and how that's going to affect everybody. And that's the main topic. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the new moon we got coming up on the 30th, but we're heading toward, and it's all beautiful.
Awesome. Awesome. I've got Sue here. I couldn't read the message. What I'm going to do. It says Lalit said, "I will know. Get a place in 6 days." Dearest Lalit, you are so on point. My cats and I are grateful to you and Deborah. so much. Yes, she is right on, isn't she?
Sue Toffee, I'm so glad you said that, because when we're reading, I'm saying, did I say that? That we go out of the logical realm, and it's hard to remember what we said. So I'm so glad you brought that up. Thank you. I'm so happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's really something. Prayers answered. And but see, we change our life at the level of action, and that's what you did. You turned down one that wasn't good for you, and you said yes to the one, and you trusted. I'm so happy for you. Yay. And then Gina says, yay, Sue. I love that. So we are going to, someone asked what it is. We're going to do the same as we did before, where I let it's Lalit show starts and she tells us all what's going to happen. And then we can do some readings at the end. She's got a new deck she wants to use, and I want to see it too. Precious. I think it's Precious. Yes, it is. I should just wear glasses, I should just wear. Thanks for coming, sweetheart. All right, so I'm going to arrange this now for you, sweet Lalit.
So everybody, I hope you'll forgive me if I have a little bit disjointed. I have notes here and notes there and all about it, and I hope I get everything in order. But I'm going to start and end with the main point here. And the main point I want everybody to think about and keep present in your heart for this entire week and this period coming up, not just a week, but let's say to the end of this year. You have your own point of power in your state of being. Your state of being exists only in the here and now. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow may never come, as the song says. And you really only have this moment. And this is where you have a point of power, and this is your power of transformational energy. And Pluto is about transformational energy. You have it within you, because in reality, each of us has a viewpoint on the world that is like a looking glass. It's like a reflection of what we have on the inside. So if you have things you want to change that you see out there that are not quite up to par for you, look to your inner self to give you the power of rebirth and change. Pluto has volcanic power and really deep energy. And this period right here, this period right now is the time that you want to really dig deep inside of you what you really want, what really brings you joy. It doesn't have to be a lifelong goal, some big, huge thing. Although mine is, because I really want to be doing astrology full time and be with you guys all the time. And that's what I'm aiming for. And so it's a major transformation of reorganizing all of the details of my life so I can just go for it, because that's my calling. But everybody has the things that bring you joy. And Sue has her kitties. I have my kitties. So the things that bring you love, that bring love into your life, that bring joy, are what you need to focus on in this time of change, because we're being bombarded a lot from the outside. We know that the change involves doing away with old stuff. So any power that you give toward the fear, toward the anxiety, toward worrying, is giving power to that. We don't want that. We want to grow like in Debra's, the name of her channel is right on, grow your light. So focus on your heart center and the love and joy, whatever that it is that can do that for you, whatever floats your boat, because everyone is completely different. But you need to be constantly on the alert in that you are watching your emotions, observing your feelings, because it's not so much your mental thoughts, but it's your state of feeling in your heart. The feeling of love and compassion and joy is different than thinking about, well, I think I would really like to have this, it's not thinking as feeling the joy, feeling the love, feeling the light spreading out. So only you can monitor your own thought processes and see where you're going. And of course, we hear the news and we go, oh, no, Matt Gates, are you, don't let it distract you from your heart-centered. And you can sit back and think of it as you're watching a circus, and think of the clown. See these people that are so ridiculous in a clown suit or something, and then laugh at them. Whatever it is, use your sense of humor and go for your joy and your love, because the good news is we're entering a little period here where what you work toward, the goals that you set, even if it's just the seed idea. We're coming up toward a new moon, so we're talking seed ideas. The seeds that you plant have extra power to grow. You've got like divine miracle grow raining down on you for your plants to grow. Your plants will be your ambitions, your creative aspirations, the things that really that you feel is something that you really want to do. These things to have the ability to grow at this time. So astrologically, this is the moment. You need to take advantage of it. Grab it while you can, because it's an opportunity. So we will be having now that Pluto is entering Aquarius, the next 20 years are going to be a new cycle of invention, originality, breakthroughs, but we have to do. Pluto destroys the old stuff, so the old legal structures and humanitarian things are kind of in play. Now let's blast from the past. I don't know if you are seeing this. There we go. This was that new moon that we went through. Remember Pluto and Mars opposite each other and everything squared, and this is the power of the individual versus the power of the state. Well, we went through that little period, and now we're entering a really much better time where the power is going to start to go to the people, and it's a transformation on a grand scale of humanitarian things, and it isn't going to happen in a day. Okay, let's be realistic. It's really a long transformation. That's actually, we're talking over the next 25 years to attain the true fulfillment, but we're starting now. And don't waste this time to not be clear on your intentions. Whatever it is, write a book, you want to sign up for a cruise, you want to start a business, take your tarot class with Debra, which I highly recommend for everybody because it's fantastic. You might want to send for divining rods, a plant power, a spring gardener, whatever, volunteer at the animal shelter, get a new puppy, but do something to put yourself in the right path, so that you can feel joy all around you. And you will get help from the universe. You will have help, divine help, and you will get extra power. And it's right now, it's like, if you start now, it's like you're imagine you're entering a race and you get head start. You start way ahead of everybody else if you're in the race. Now, that's just a metaphor. In other words, you're going to get a boost. You'll get a push forward. You'll get a joyful burst forward, because not only do we have Pluto entering Aquarius, but we're also having the influence of Sagittarius coming up. And so we're going to talk about that because they blend together. And we know that Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of joyousness, of good fortune, of maybe some risk taking also. So don't be afraid to take the leap. I mean, this is like the leap of the fool off the cliff. You can take that risk, go for it, and this is optimistic and joyful. Some changes in humanitarian things, also like AI, Medicare, social structures, medical technology, things that are really going to be changing a lot. And Sagittarius rules these things, like adventures, taking an adventure, long trips, traveling. And I have a Sagittarius ascendant, so I've been a world traveler all my life, and I'm kind of old for that now. I'm 75, so I'm thinking, well, so I've been working on astral traveling, take traveling to a new level. But it's the idea of freedom, expansion, growth, optimism, self-improvement, and always expansive. Always expansive. We've been in the realm of Saturn, which has been restrictive, withdrawing, limiting, and now going for the higher truth. And like in the Hierophant, Sagittarius is higher philosophy, not organized religion, but higher philosophy, higher truth, and the humanistic part of society. Now, I wanted to mention, this week I heard Bashar say something about what happened in the election, and he happened to mention that with this result that we got may not appear in us a benefit. He said, but 45 is the Lord of Chaos. And the chaos that he is creating is going to help us get out the old. Out with the old. This is out with the old. Push out the poo, the Kali Yuga, the destruction of the old, and he will help speed this process up. So if you're looking toward the positive side of things, he is the person who, I can't think of the word, the person who helps that along. It starts with like an A sound. Anyway, a facilitator, yes, he's moving us along and speeding us up onto the fast track of doing away with the old. So that's one way of looking at things in this period. So don't get your spirits down. Focus on your own personal power. Don't let yourself get distracted with negative things. The minute you see those thoughts creeping in, you could see a thought going. I like to use this technique of seeing a whiteboard. I'm writing, my thoughts are coming in. I'm erasing those off, erase them away. But go to the thing that brings you joy. I always think of loving my kitties and something like that. And it just, whatever it is that puts joy in your heart, think of that. Just go to it really fast to get that negative stuff away. So, I do want to mention that we're going to have this big new moon on it's November 30th, and it's going to happen in like 9 degrees of Sagittarius, and there is a very special thing in that part of the zodiac, which is right where this event is happening, which is 14 degrees of Sagittarius is the great attractor. There's an anomaly in space that is a giant magnetic and electromagnetic power center. And this is happening right where our new moon is going on with Mercury also, and it's right on top of the ascendant of the United States. It's an indication in so many ways that this country, that the United States of America, is going to have a very powerful boost. Now, there can be some polarizing things because it's a very big moment of power, but I see it as a really positive thing happening on 30th of November. So we're going to take a look at that chart for a minute and just talk about it very briefly. And let's see if we can get it on screen there. Are you looking at that? Because when I'm looking at that, I can't see what you're seeing, but I think you are.
You're not seeing it.
You're not seeing it. Thank you. You seeing it now?
Yes.
Thank you. I had to click on it twice. Thank you for thank you, because I couldn't see what you were seeing. It's under a layer. So this is our new moon, November 30th. We're heading toward this. We still have a little bit of time to prepare for it, but start now. because this is the time to build your dreams, and think of all of your big wish list. This is happening November 30th, 10:21 p.m. Pacific time. So make the calculation for you to see what is good for you, what time that would be. Here's the sun and the moon together in Sagittarius with Mercury right together there with it at that big point of power in the galaxy. Ruled by Jupiter, all of it right opposite Jupiter there in Gemini. This is powerfully powerful and will be a very good time, good opportunity. Now, notice Mercury has turning retrograde. So I do have to say there is a caveat. Mercury is turning retrograde on November 25, just coming up. So you need to sign papers or do some little trips here and there to make some decisions. Please do it. Net move now, because you know what happens with Mercury retrograde, November 25th. It's not that you can't do anything, but it's better to take certain actions before then. So, after that, you still can take trips and whatnot, but, that's holiday traffic. So there will be some slowdowns in traveling. November 25th, it goes to December 15th. So mark your calendars, November 25 to December 15, Mercury retrograde. Oh my God. But don't despair, because this is a really wonderful time. And so you're going to have, it's all expansive and, it's going to be a very positive new moon, a new beginnings. So Pluto is starting to move. We have Jupiter in the mix. So things are going to head toward Jupiter and Uranus being the ruler of Aquarius. So moving, changes, and you are in control of what happens to you. So it comes from your heart center. Just focus on that. Focus on gratitude, love, and joy, and you make a snowball around you of events will start coming to you that reflect that attitude. I don't know if you've heard of the Sabian symbols. I learned of the Sabian symbols when I was living in California. I had a very famous astrologer that I was lucky to meet. His name is Dane, D-A-N-E Rudyard. He was the most well-known astrologer of that time in the 70s, and he wrote a book about the Sabian symbols. And what it was, and they're so interesting. Each degree of the zodiac has a symbol, and these symbols were channeled information in the 1930s, and each degree of the zodiac has a separate symbol. So I find it interesting, for example, when you see twins born, twins never have the same degree on the ascendant, really. And so they will otherwise have a very similar horoscope, but the symbol on the ascendant, the ruler of your life, changes every 4 minutes. So the symbol of this degree ruling the point where we have this new moon on the 30th, we have a Sabian symbol governing that point here of, I'm clicking on this here in Sagittarius, 9 degrees. The Sabian symbol is that of, let me see if I can read it to you. It is a pivotal moment, a golden-haired goddess of opportunity. Pivotal moment, goddess of opportunity. I see that as like the Empress in Tarot, the goddess of pregnant with possibilities. So think of the Empress, a pivotal moment, golden-haired goddess of opportunity. That is the symbol for this place in the zodiac where we're having the new moon. Opportunity and good fortune. And so take advantage of that. You've got from now till the 30th of November to really be giving some serious thought to that, as to your your future directions. I'm really working on mine, and I have some ideas that I'm working on for this group. And so, for example, what I wanted to, so I'll go from my thing into, well, this is a trend. This is called the segue. The segue. We're going to go from me into Debra talking tarot cards. And I just mentioned to Debra when we were starting that, I think that her tarot deck is the best tarot deck ever. And I think it's just fantastic. So, but I can't compete with her reading her deck. So I thought my job here is as an astrologer, and I really should get some special cards for astrology. And I found this deck called Astro Matrix. I love even the back of it. I don't know if you can see these very well, but so I like the back. Here the images are beautiful. Each one has an astrology reference. Here is the Magician. It looks like Nikola Tesla, and Mercury is the ruler of this card. So they're all very interesting. I haven't had time really to look at them, but my goal is to do a bunch of new things for this group that would be fun and interesting and relate to your astrology chart, to get everything organized and be a better presenter. And I've been a little bit scattered and focused and unfocused and not together, and I'm going to fix that because I love you all to do a better job. That's my goal.
Let me see if I can get I'm still learning my dashboard again.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, the learning, you know what? The learning never ends. It's an eternal search of, and that is one of the key words of Jupiter. Thanks for pointing that out. It's eternal learning and expanding. So that's the realm we're in.
That's what I did when I was so disappointed in despair about the you know what. And so I decided to learn something that I knew nothing about. I had the cards, and that was Lenormand, and took a class.
Wow, that's hard.
And it's actually, it's very fun, very, very fun. And so I'm going to start using those because
Italians would say complicato. It's complicated, man. Complicado.
We had some. First of all, Liz and On needs a few prayers, I think. And so I saw her calling out. She didn't ask everyone, just a few people for their Reiki. And so why don't we just concentrate on our Liz and On? Praying for you, absolutely. And Mary had something interesting. Presence equals presence. Being present in the moment benefits you. Absolutely. And divine miracle grow. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Gina says she loves a Sag moon.
Oh, yeah. I'm so looking forward to this. It's really fun.
Oh, that's good to know.
Fun. We need a little. We need a little fun. Yes, I'm going to plan to have some serious fun.
I also have Sue. I have your question. And Gina says, "Wow, Lalit, 75. You're absolutely gorgeous. I agree. I'm right behind you."
Pants on fire, but
pants on fire, man. Just squeeze every bit of life out of the days, I swear. And I get tired at night, and I said, "No, stay awake. You're almost to the grave."
I give up on that. I decide I need more sleep. I've never in my life done that. And I said, I'm going to enjoy sleeping. And I've never enjoyed sleeping.
Oh, I love sleeping.
Oh my God. You could have so many adventures in your dreams.
I had an interesting one. I don't do dream therapy, and I don't have prophetic dreams. And but I had a dream after, just recently, that I was in my house, which isn't my house here, but a different house with all my stuff in it, along with it came furnished with antiques and everything. I don't know where it was. And people came in my house and took everything, including the landlord's stuff. And I didn't react like I would now today. I would react differently. But in my dream, I was just in shock that I let it all happen, and everyone took everything from my house. So, and I thought, well, that's a weird dream, but that's sort of how I feel. Starting new, absolutely starting new now. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Liz and Ah says, so grateful to hear Lalit's words tonight. Perfect words, perfect timing. P.S. Can I send you one of my readers? Oh, is that for me? Are you thinking about reading glasses? I order them from Amazon and have them all over the house.
Hey, let me interject a comment on this. I started wearing glasses when I was in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
Elementary school. I had bifocals in elementary school when I was
Wow.
9 years old. You see me now? I just went to the DMV to take the eye test.
Yeah.
Guess what?
2020.
I don't have to wear glasses. That's
Same
right.
thing happened to me because I wore glasses for a long time, and then all of a sudden, and the doctor says, yeah, they'll get better. They'll change.
They change. You have to let them change. If you do, so there are some eye exercises you can do and supplements you can take, but it's a lot in your mindset.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
It's a lot in your mindset. I don't know if I should say this on camera. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We won't hold you to it.
All right. It's past history. I don't do any kind of drugs right now. I gave them up when I went to India and I was 29, and I just had an epiphany because I lived in San Diego, right, and all my friends were biochemists at the Salk Institute, where they made the Salk Institute. Yes, I promote the Salk Institute. They made the best LSD that was all over the whole country. I had an unlimited supply. I knew, like, for example, Crick, Francis Crick, who discovered DNA. I knew him. He would when they discovered the DNA, they were taking microdoses of LSD in the lab. So, I was, as a graduate and student and a musician and whatnot, that's what I did. Well, one day I had those John Lennon glasses, that were kind of like wireframes.
I can visualize you in that.
Yeah. So I remember I needed my glasses to see something. So I picked them up and put them on, and I could see what I wanted to see. Took them off, and I for some reason I put them back on, and my vision would change each time I put them on. And then I noticed that the glass had fallen out of there was no glass in the lens, had fallen out, and I didn't know it. And I went, wow, that's odd. And so I tried it again. Here I have glasses with no lens, so I put it on, and I go, and it changed my vision. Took them off, can't see. Put them on, I could see there's nothing there. There was nothing there. And that was the moment that for me was an epiphany, saying, well, if my mind can control my vision to that extent, I'm going to learn to do without my glasses.
I got to tell you, if you move into other options. Now, we're not saying to.
No, I wasn't promoting drugs. No, I'm not doing that.
Neither am I. But it's just like when you see something, like you see your dreams. I want to be a millionaire, and then you get $10,000. You can actually see the millionaire taking shape, but when you have an idea, just this quick one, like those geniuses you were talking about, amazing things can come through. Amazing. So, here's I love that story.
It was
How
really
that was
crazy.
quick.
I don't wear glasses anymore, and I have perfect vision, and I'm 75, and I've been wearing glasses all my life, so I can see perfect. I just passed my eye test last month.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sue says, I do not watch the news. He is going, gone. We will endure and are strong. USA, you have support from the light and the love of the world. Yes, that's true. So thank you for that.
Sue Toffee, thank you. Thank you. Yes, right on.
Reminder.
As we used to say back in the day, right on.
And then she says, apologies for shouting. No, you're not shouting. Please type in caps. So let's see. And I've got you, SR, the reading's coming up for you. And Mary Thornberry, I've got you. Yes, yes. Anybody who wants a reading, you can type it out. I'm going through and making sure you're starred. Yeah. Linda Kennedy, thank you for being here. Linda is one of my students in the learn how to learn tarot and numbers and all that stuff. She's a member, and we meet a bunch of times. So she's actually doing readings now, and we're having live people come in. So everyone gets a chance to do like a real reading for everyone. It's pretty cool. And she came in to say hello.
Remember the operative word now. Go for it. This is your chance.
Go for it.
Trust yourself.
Bora.
Trust yourself.
Yeah, very nice to meet you. Let's see. I'm just, possible ice storm tonight. Where the heck are you, girl? So Liz says her vision is improving. Positive intentions. And I resist. I really resist putting the glasses on. It's not good for me to. I do look at the screen all day. Sherry wanted a general on finances. Yes, we will.
May I say something about eyesight?
Yes, please.
Do you know what palming is? Palming?
Isn't it?
No, you take your hands and you rub them vigorously. Boom, 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 boom. Then you put one over here this eye, cupping it gently so the warmth of your hand goes into your eyes. Close your eyes and let that energy go into your eyes. And you'd be amazed at the healing that can happen.
Wow, I love that.
From that. It's something wonderful. So that's palming, it's called. It's really good for you. And when you've been at the computer a lot, take a moment, do that. It really helps.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good news. My grandmother I'd go hang out with my grandmother, which she had my father late in life. So she was up there, but she was into a lot of things. So I'd go over, sit on the sofa, and she would have a light shining into her eyes, and then she would meditate out loud, kind of to teach me. The light is below me. The light is above me. The light is to my side. And it was just a wonderful thing to witness. And we've got another one here with CJ. I got you, baby. And Liz, there's more lovely things, love coming towards you.
Was that grandma from Alaska?
No, she wasn't. I was just born in Alaska. I didn't get raised there, but she was in Seattle. I've got Liz and okay. So I've got you started, sweetheart. And I hope your day with P goes well tomorrow. So I think I have it now. Let's get into it because I want to try out those cards that Lalit has. And let me just. So Sue has. Oh, now this is interesting. I read this. Sue says, "May I please have a message from my Mama Lee? Her name is Van. She passed 30th of December. I'm assuming last year." or maybe it's the year before, because it really doesn't, I mean, it's like yesterday, it doesn't matter. December, it's starting to feel sad for me. I get you. There's the memory of melancholy will happen. So go ahead there, sweetie pie.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you're my sweetie pie. You're
Okay.
my official
Okay.
sweetie pie tonight.
Okay. We get the card of the Emperor, and this card is ruled.
Wait a minute, you got the camera on your table.
I have the camera on my table. Oh,
Yeah, that's what we
okay.
see.
I'm sorry.
So put the card face up on the table. Oh, there we are. Oh, that is a nice one. Let me take the thing away.
So the picture is beautiful of the Emperor. The astrological sign that you've got here is of Aries.
Over
and
to
a little bit, the other opposite.
Yeah, there we are.
Okay.
Thank you for
So the message is, when stability becomes a habit, maturity and clarity follow. So you need to show leadership and show your talents. Go forth fearlessly.
Well, I am going to practice my new cards, and that is the Lenormand. So you've got the ship, meaning that you're, well, I was going to say you go on a voyage, but you're moving. This is, so there's, Mama is acknowledging your move, and she's blessing it with clover, meaning that you have good luck with it. So she's supporting you in every way that way. Let me see if I love this card. It's the stork card. The stork card is movement, same with not as much as the ship, but because they migrate. But you know what storks do? They go through routine. So this is your mother supporting you and telling you how you can cope with your sadness, and that is to stick to your routine and be involved with the present moment. That's the stork.
So you're moving. That's interesting, because the whole message, what you said, Deborah, was the message of that card, which is stability. And it's something from inside of you, from your habits and your inner clarity will give you stability, even if the outer part is in a bit of chaos. Your stability will come from your inner strength.
Yeah, I love that. Bless you and leave you with that, sweetheart. We've got SR. Hello, Lalit and Debra. Hello.
Hi, SR.
I would like to ask about my relationship with P. And will I see him soon? We have plans. Oh, you have plans for Saturday. That's tomorrow. That's pretty soon. I love that. So we'll see each other soon. So isn't that interesting how you wrote that? We have plans for Saturday. So I have a feeling, I wonder if you're using your spidey sense to ask that question. You might doubt that he'll show up tomorrow. What I'm thinking. But let's have Lalit do her.
Well, I got the Three of Wands, and in this deck, this is another one ruled by Aries, and it indicates that you, dear, are going to move forward, and there will be some kind of commitment to the future. So one way or the other, you're going to be making a commitment to the future, which is, so things might take, though, unexpected turns. So leave yourself open, and you should achieve some kind of clarity and plan for a secure future will become more clear to you after this moment.
Cool. That's wonderful. I have some great cards for you, SR, in the four corners of your question about, there's two questions there. Will you see him? I'm just going to assume you will see him. And what is he thinking? First of all, I want to answer one of those two, and that is, will I see him? I do believe that's a yes. Now I have the Chariot, which means make sure that you have your wits about you. In other words, don't basically, it's a white horse and a black horse. And if you had your chariot and they were going in two different directions, scattered, if your mind was scattered, then your chariot doesn't move forward. So you need to really be mindful of your emotions and keep those in a focused way. If you're not sure what you want to have happen, in your life, what you want to have in your life, maybe we can, take some time to take a look at it. I do see it progressing forward with the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is everything tangible. And then also the Magician. So, manifesting is on your side. I also have a message about your work, and I know you didn't. I know you didn't ask about the work, but I wanted a clarifying a card or an extra card, and I got the Tower. The Tower in Lenormand is different than the Tower in the tarot. The Tower in the tarot means everything comes at an angle and surprises you, and you have to restructure your whole life. That's not what this Tower means. This Tower is institutions. I know you work in a place like an institution, and it looks like some bounty is coming your way through your work. I know that was not what you were thinking about in your question, but I'm just going to tell you that anyway, because I know that there is a little blessing you would like to have happen at work. So, okay, we have Mary Thornberry. I would like a reading or direction for the next few weeks. And Lalit, do you have my chart? Thank
Let me look.
And I'm going to look at the responses.
I did get a 5 of Cups for you, though, Mary. Reversed it. Maybe you're leaving something behind here.
Leaving
Something behind.
If it's reversed, that means you're leaving your grief.
Leaving your grief behind. That's not bad. This is a Mars and Scorpio. That's deep-seated grief and emotion that you're coming to terms with, and maybe being a liberation. Pluto is gone, yeah. Pluto is leaving a heaviness emotionally and inside. That would be the indication of that. Let me see if are you looking at my face now? I'm going to see if I can find your chart.
I need to leave a few things behind. And then she goes, LOL. Yeah. It's a nice when you can walk away from it. Ouch. Walk away from it. Sorry. Oh, you're going to pull up her chart.
Well, I have my new program running, and it's not permitting me to go to the other one. So I'm not sure that I can do that today.
Okay.
If you want to go into the next person, I have to close the old one, which is not allowing me to do. This is the kind of thing that I have in my goal to
just practice.
Clear up.
Yeah. So what we can do is on our own get on this and then practice it. But let me go ahead and give you my part of the reading, and then we'll hold the other part over. Interesting. What? There's like 4 out of 5 are major cards. So your direction is spiritual. So that's what Spirit is saying. And to have a passion, this is the Ace of Cups. So that is something, it's something new, a new beginning, something you have good emotions about. Remember, every ace is always good news, But what happens is that Spirit is saying that you might be a little delusional. So the moon upright means means that it's not a bad thing. It's just like you need a moon cycle to achieve your goals, or it also means that you're not revealing as much. You personally, this is a personal thing. You're not revealing things too much in another. There's something going to happen that this is reverse. Reverse is not is it's not like it's bad, especially when I'm reading you and I know how spiritual you are. But if I was reading someone else, I didn't know their level of spirituality, I would be nervous about it, because it means being quiet, withholding information to deceive. But Spirit is saying that in the next week or two, what's coming up is there is going to be something that you sense possibly that is a little bit underhanded. And I do have the Strength card reversed, so that tells me that it will catch you off balance. And then I have the 9 of Swords, which means you worry too much about it. I'm not saying too much. I'm not bossing you around. You can read as much as you want, and then you can toss and turn as much as you know. Once it sticks on you, it's kind of hard to just let it go. And here, all the New Age people say, just let it go. I always want to punch them. But, that's just me, though, not you. The next card is interesting because I have the reversed Hermit. The reversed Hermit says you're just going through the motions. Now, we are going through kind of a holiday week, so maybe this is family coming in and out of family. So all in all, this is why we get psychic readings. So the energy signature queuing up for you in this week, this upcoming week, is this. It's like you started out like, the Ace of Cups. You start out saying, oh my gosh, this is great, feels great. Maybe go to family or maybe friends or something like, I don't know what your great is, but you start out really quite fresh, and then you pick up on something. And maybe someone's deceiving you, or you just don't feel things are right. You have a choice coming up to say, okay, I see this uncomfortable emotion in front of me. So instead of going deep into it and start thinking, why are you lying to me? Or why are you making me sad? Or, instead of don't go there, just say, be the observer and say, oh, this is what Deb was talking about. I feel like someone's kept information from me or something like that. I don't know how it's going to manifest, but it will be revealed. And as it stands now, your immediate reaction to that is going to be one of deep cray, right? The Strength card is reversed. You don't have Strength card upright is grace under pressure. You're not going to have that grace about you. And the 9 of Swords is, of course, the 9 of Swords is losing sleep, worry, mulling things over in your mind. Swords is your mind. So now you can choose differently. Because what it shows to me is that what you do with all this turmoil on the inside, possible turmoil, it doesn't have to do it. You can recognize it and say, oh, I'm going to sit on the other side of the table or the other side of the room. I'm going to go home early or whatever. You can change your mind about reacting like this. But what I think is that you'll stay in it and pretend you're happy. Put your pretend happy with the reversed Hermit. This is a very interesting reading. Now, it's not going to knock you off your game. It's not going to blow your heart out, and you're not going to die over this. It's nothing like that. It's just something's going to catch you off guard, and it will make you a little bit weak. And then you're going to say, oh, this is what Deb was talking about. I can choose differently now. You do you, whoever's doing this, to cause you this uncomfortable, and I'll do me, and then you can feel a little more authentic the rest of the week, that kind of thing, by recognizing what's happening. I do hope.
Do you see me? I'm back.
Yes, I can see you now. Yeah, she left.
Yeah, Mary, when I closed the window that was open, preventing me from going to your chart, I closed myself off. I shut down StreamYard.
All right.
So to answer, let me say this. If you have a specific question, I will look at that. And when you join next week, I will address it. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. I'm not in that queue right now. And there
we go. So Mary, give me a question, and I'll start with that next week. I'll be ready. I'm sorry.
There's a lot to do back here behind the scenes. You know, we're so Hollywood back here. We don't have stage-hands yet.
No,
I'm
it's
upset
crazy.
about that.
So anyway, Mary, put a little question there in the chat, and I will address, or just general, and I will be ready when we start next week, if you can.
So then we have Shockwave that says, Lalit, I will email you on Monday. So look out for that. Remember, when there's any correspondence for Lalit with charts and all that stuff, have your stage name, your YouTube name, and your real name on the email. Don't assume that we know who's who.
I don't always put those together.
I know. It's easy. I think it's easier to.
For some people, it's easy. For some, it's really hard. So.
Sherry.
Okay, energy for December.
No. Wait.
Looking at Mary. Mary wants.
Are you going to do? You're going to do
time.
next week. Okay, next. All right.
Perfect timing, because it'll be right in time for our new moon discussion, and it'll be a perfect day to talk about that.
Awesome. So Sherry wanted a general on finances. Need to get better real soon. All right. I'll ask Spirit about that. You know, what's interesting, I do have the Wheel of Fortune, because that's Spirit reminding us that it gets rough, and then it gets better, gets rough, and get better. And I do also have the Empress card, which is a lot of options. Now, you don't feel you have options because not having enough money or not feeling safe with your money makes you feel at no choice, that things are taken from you, options are taken from you. But I do have some beautiful bounty coming up. The Four of Wands looks quite nice. That's a celebration of feeling stable is coming up. The 10 of Cups, feeling stable. But I do have a message that it's not going to, this feeling here isn't going to come from your family. That's the message. But it will be coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to give it a timeline of, oh, wow, you got a lot of major cards. I was going to say a bad word. I love cards, because it surprises me and it's new, and I love it when Spirit talks to me. So you've got the High Priestess coming in as well. So all of this you're going through, then we have the Chariot coming back in. Everything you're going through is designed at a higher level. So they're a higher level. So it's a spiritual mindset for you to move through this. What'd you get?
I got something fabulous. So Sherry, take heart. We have here the Queen of Wands. And this card is about being confident and having strong motivation. And since these beautiful cards are new to me, I want to just tell you, I haven't had a lot of experience with them. I'm going to just read you an interpretation of this card. You have encountered enough obstacles in your paths. This is your time to rise and shine.
Oh, wow.
I'm not making that up. I want you to know that's exactly That's what this card means. So this is your time to rise and shine. You've had enough already. I know I'm feeling that way too. I had enough of this. All right. We're coming through and everything's coming up roses and daffodils.
And daffodils. All right. And we have Gina O. Deborah, can you give me my number for next year? Absolutely. So we take 3, 4 plus, we got 4 plus 9. I have to use this because. So you're a 4 personal year next year in 2025. So everything you've created, in your first, second, and third energy year, personal year, will start being brought into the here and now next year. And the only, I like the 4 personal year because it makes you feel, it makes a person feel stable because they're thinking is more, the blessing of a 4 is that you're like divine order, and things feel taken care of. You take care of things. I just want to see if that's going to be, because excuse me, because now I think I mentioned this to you before. Now you are a 5 life path. 5s love to have freedom, freedom to change their mind, freedom to go a different direction, a bunch of stuff like that, just free. And to feel confined is kind of tough for you. To know where the happy place is when you get that cycle of reward. And that's with everyone. If I'm in a place that I'm not getting good vibes at, I don't want to be in that place. And so same with everyone else. But see, that's the challenge of a 4 personal year, is that you don't get the accolades like you do. Now this could change for you. You can be in the right mindset and manifest that in, because you're like a magnet. But that's it has been my experience that the cycle of reward it's longer. It's like you do some work and nobody says it's nice. You bake a cake and they say, oh yeah, thanks, that was good. It's the wow, look at that cake doesn't seem to be available to you. So don't take heart. It doesn't mean any reflection on you. It's just the nature of the lesson of the 4 personal year. But it can be tough. But man, I got to tell you, my 4 personal year was kind of awesome, because I had all these ideas, all these scattery creative ideas in my 3rd personal year. I'll write a book, I'll make a deck, I'll do this, I want to do a show, so it just scattered. In my 4 personal year, I got anchored, and I actually did it.
She did it. I was going to say she did it.
I did it because
all together now. She did it.
And I didn't, it's a when you write or create stuff, you don't get response right away. It's long term, but I didn't need it because I was happy with what I was doing. So I hope that works out for you. I mean, that you understand that. I'm on the different screen. Excuse me, one moment. Now we have CJ. Is my work situation coming to an end next month? Let me just see. Numbers don't usually predict the future. I can give you ideas of what the energy is going to be like and how you can deal with it on personal level. But go ahead and you go for it, my sweet Lalit.
The rods want to say yes, it will be coming to an end.
Oh, and that's going to hit you a bit hard. That is just a minute here. Yeah. Okay, so that might panic you a little bit, but I want to assure you that you have already more security than the average person. But because you're a 4 life path, you really desire that evidence that you're secure. And so please trust that you've already intuited this and you're already aligned to something better. I'm just going to throw some cards a little bit here. And see what,
If the door closes, the door of opportunity is opening for you.
right. See, a 4 life path would be just fine. The 4 life path would be just fine with a 4 personal year, right? They're really aligned. And you're in a 3 personal year for this year, and you're going to be a 4 next year. So I think things are going to be really quite good. Go ahead. Do you have your cards? Or I do have the two of cups. You're not going to be alone in this. I think you have support, definitely. You're thinking the right way about it with the reverse 7 of cups.
You'll be gaining strength.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're gaining strength in this. So it's going to be, you'll gain strength through the situation.
Awesome. Best of luck. We're all here for you, sweetheart. If you feel a little disjointed, we're here for you, sweetheart. And we'll help you through it. But, a 4 life path has their ducks in a row. And even though they have their ducks in a row, they don't think they do. It's because it's so natural for them to have things in the right place. So here we go. The last one is this. Liz should I hurry to start some kind of business or healing service? Concerned about now losing Social Security. Working on not being in fear. Would need to be online for now. I understand that there's so many wonderful, wonderful, profitable online remote jobs. And there's some really wonderful jobs you can get on that. I mean, these companies vet the remote jobs, and since the pandemic, they've really gotten good at it. And you just start applying that way. And I know that's not healing work, but it could be something around that, but that'll make your bread and butter. Starting a business doesn't pay very well right away. You have to build it, unless you develop something. There's only one way to make money, and that is from another person. And there's only 2 ways to ask for that money, and that is service or product. So if you become the commodity working online customer service or something like that, because you would have wonderful disposition for that occupation, and it'll be online, and that can do your bread and butter. Then after that, you can go ahead and do your you can do your business. But don't okay, there's one thing I also want to say real quick. Don't pursue your business or healing service because you think you're going to lose Social Security. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Don't do it for this. I'm holding myself back. And before I could say it, you said it. You do not want to approach it out of fear or negative worry. This is not the attitude for you to start your business. Move it because you want to do something that is your path and your life and will bring you joy. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking to me. You want to do it out of a position of personal power where you know that this is what you personally need to do for your own motives, not because of Social Security is going to fail, which it's not. Anyway, so don't worry about it. But your business should be approached because in your heart, you know that's what you were born to do.
You know what Spirit said? You have to have dynamic focus if you want to do your business. You can't have doubt. Can't have fear. You can have doubt, but then put it aside and do your work. Get to work, right? And I do have the Page of Wands. It came in reverse. Now, Wands is action. It's new action with a page, right? And it did come in reverse, telling me that that the rewards you would get immediately after starting your business won't be, it'll just make you worried if you don't have something else on the side. So check out remote jobs if you're afraid. It's always nice to have an extra grand in the bank, or something like that. And the way they're paying these days, I don't know, I'm an old woman, so I think the minimum wage is really nice now. But I don't know. Let me go back here.
You're in California. We all ain't in California.
Well, I don't know what minimum wage is for you, but
In Nevada, it's something ridiculously low, like 7 something. In California, you're like at 20. So
hey, you guys, anywhere you're from, write down what you think the minimum wage is from your state. I'd love to see that. I'm looking here. Oh, that very well, Mary. Don't think you're going to lose your money. Huh. Tired. I get you.
Social Security is not going under, guys. Don't have fear of that area.
The thing is that if you can trust that, and we'll remind you every week about that, because they can't just, anyway, won't happen right away. And you will have time to build your practice. So if you know how you want to, what problem you can solve for someone else.
And this is the week to be thinking about that, because you've got extra boost, extra fortune on your side.
I like that.
Think about that.
I love this. I love this. Let's see. Please give me my life path number. I just did that. Yeah. I'll just do it again because I get numbers and me don't stay in this venue. So your personal year for this year is 3, the creativity, the thinking. A lot of creativity starts in your brains. I mean, eventually, if you have a little more passion, then the momentum will come and then you can manifest it. But it does take more than just, and then next year is going to be your 4. So you get down to business and just do the work. Let's put in that time. And we've all done it when we were younger, right? We get up and we go to a job we hate. And it's not like you're doing a job you hate. It means you're getting ready to open your business. And then
right. And you know what they say, if you do what you love, you don't have to work a day in your life.
That's right. Yeah, and you're a 5 life path, a 23-5. So you're creative anyway, and you do know how to meet people where they are. I mean, you'd be perfect for that. And what happens when you do spiritual work is that, okay, I hope you can follow this. Spirit, you pick up when spirit wants to change their mind. In other words, whatever direction spirit talks you can switch. You can just do it. You just recognize it right away because you can change directions easily. And spirit, it loves that because they just keep telling you what you need to know. And some of us don't pick it up right or don't pick it up at all, in a timely manner, right? You're different than that. You can pick it up quite fast. So I like that. Oh, good. Yay. Liz and Aw says, yay. Okay. Liz says, first job was at a library, $14 an hour at a library. That's not bad. First job? What? That's awesome. And Linda says 15. So
my first job was church organist. I got $25 when I was 16. Well, it was an hour service. I got $25.
Better than me. I was at the ANC, which is our Arctic Circle fast food. It was $1. I think it wasn't even $1 an hour. Those were the days. So I think we are good to go. I hope everyone enjoyed our time together. I sure did. I missed you last
I
week.
did. Hey, Mary, I will start with you next time, whether you're here or not, so you can watch it on replay if you're out of town or traveling or something. Thanksgiving week.
Yay.
Right. So,
yay. That's nice.
Yep.
So I will bid everyone adieu. You're welcome.
Love you all. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Whoops.
7:25. Yeah, 7:25. It's the minimum wage here in Nevada. Yeah, that's what it is in Nevada, 7:25.
Since 2009, really? Well,
yeah.
That is something I didn't know. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly it.
That's high quality jobs don't pay that. Only the government pays.
Yeah, well, here they do that because most of the jobs here get tips.
Oh, yeah. It's a right to work state. I love you all. We'll see you next Friday.
Love you all.
Mwah.
Have a wonderful, is it Turkey Week next week?
I think so.
Yeah, blessings. So
yes.
Keep gratitude and love in your heart and monitor those thoughts so that there's so much gratitude and love in your heart. Those negative thoughts just have to get up and go.
Whoop.
Leave.
Go away. I love that. Thank you so much, everyone.
Love you.
Love you so much.
Thank you.
We are